Okay then, we're going to look at erosion and weathering on coastlines today. This is revision. You need to be focused because you need to know everything off this slideshow. Right, abrasion. This occurs on coastlines. I've got a picture here of someone who's grazed their hand. We've all done this. That is abrasion. Okay, so think about what occurred to cause that nasty cut on that person's hand. So in the case of coastlines, a wave picks up rocks and hurls them at the coastline. This sandblasting weakens and erodes the rock. Okay, so just like if you fell over on gravel, that's the same impact that the rocks in the wave being thrown at the cliff face has, abrasion. So instead of cutting flesh, it's slowly cutting away at the rock constantly. Abrasion. Attrition. Sand and pebbles constantly hitting one another. So these rocks are being picked up in the wave and they're being smacked against one another. And the rocks become smooth. And we've all been down the beach and you've all seen rocks that look like this. The only problem is, as they become smooth and smaller and eventually disappear, the size of the beach is reduced. And so, with the material being reduced on the beach, erosion increases. This is called attrition. So, the pebbles and material on the beach are smoothed out, eventually becoming smaller, which means there's more erosion going on the beach. Hydraulic action. Got a picture of a machine gun here because it constantly happens. So like a machine gun, it's just fire, 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 and it never stops. So hydraulic action there, the constant force of the wave weakens and breaks the rock because the waves are just coming constantly, they don't stop. And eventually, just like if someone was punching you in the face over and over again, you would be battered and fall to bits. This is what happens to the coastline. Right then, rust. Okay, corrosion. This happens because seawater contains salt. And just like this anchor that's been left out, it becomes rusty and starts to drop to bits. The salt weakens and erodes the rock by dissolving it, just like it's doing on land here with rain on this. So if you leave any metal outside, it will rust. Well, rock will also rust. Well, not rust, but it will start to erode, okay? It will start to dissolve. So seawater dissolves the rock. Final one there then. When things are wet, the water goes into the cracks in the rock, okay, and it fills in the crack. When the sun comes out, it dries up. Now this wetting and drying of rock constantly fills the crack and expands and then it contracts. So softer rocks such as clay expand when they're wet. So if you put water on clay, there'll be more of it, it'll expand. But when it dries up, it'll contract. Now this is just like when you sit there with a ruler and you're bending it. If you keep bending that ruler, expanding and contracting it, what will eventually happen? It'll snap. Now this is the same with the rocks. So that's everything we need to know today, and you need to know it.